That's the with the gong. When you do the gong,
Is that the bear market gong? Gong.
yeah. Bear market. Oh man.
But the 50-day moving average said it was going down, dude. The 50-day.
I'm sure glad all those guys made all those incredibly courageous calls 3 months late that we're going. If they hit now, listen. If those idiots had made this call on October 11th, I'd have been like, "Well done, well done." Better yet, October 3rd. But they didn't. They waited a full quarter. All these TA morons waited a full quarter for the market to go down. And again, they don't have any money invested in the market, so they don't care. And then they decided to make that courageous call after 3 months of the market going down. And the second they make that call, the market goes up 10%. You realize 12% is a whole year in the S&P of gains. So yeah. they were wrong by an entire year of gains in the S&P, basically.
That's not bad, right? That's not bad.
You can't make the future fit into a chart of the past.
That's right. Dude, future performance is not dictated by past results.
You meant it the other way? Well, what is it? What are the way they say it on
future results? Future
on CNBC, they have a sentence they use.
Does not indicate future or something. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It doesn't indicate
past results. Do not indicate future or something like that.
Something stupid.
But I'm sure that something stupid was created by a bunch of lawyers and litigated because of some lawsuits where other people had TA'd their way into clients giving them a lot of money, and then poof, gone. Poof, gone. Anywho, let's see. Good morning. What do we got on the agenda, Brandon?
What do we not got on the agenda? Well, okay. So first, dude, are you having a good day? Do you want to have a better day?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a better day? Then we got to watch this. AI is hilarious, dude. This is actually one of the funnier things I saw over the weekend. Hold on. Oh, crap. I didn't share my sound. I got to share my sound, obviously. Hold on.
Let's go big.
Yeah, we're going big on this one. Share screen.
Is it go big or go home? We're just going to go big.
Yeah, we're going big. Got it. Be careful. Okay, let me just turn up all the volumes.
All right, let's do it.
Hold on. No, we're going all the way up. No. Oh, crap. Don't cheat. Okay, here we go. Let me hide this. Hopefully you guys can hear. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hola, amigos. Yo soy su nuevo presidente, el señor Donaldo J. Trumpo. Your ex-presidente, el señor Maduro, is no longer your presidente. He kept talking shit, and fucking around, though, and he ultimately found out, though. Anyway, we're going to make Venezuela grande again. Mucho grande. El bigger, el better than ever before. We're going to drill, baby drill. We're going to have a big, beautiful fiesta, all the tacos you want. Mucho mariachi, sexy mamacitas, and delicious margaritas. And President Trump is going to be el DJ, okay? Muchas gracias, muchachos. Y let's make el Venezuela grande again. Arriba el Venezuela, amigos. Hola, amigos. Yo soy su nuevo presidente.
Well played.
Was that not the best thing you've seen all day?
Well played, El Trumpo. Well played.
I like how they messed around and found out I like
Well, do you remember why that's funny? Remember the executive order, the F around and find out?
That Trump did?
Yeah. It was another one of these. Look it up. There's a meme like this where it's him signing an executive order for anybody that F's around, they're gonna find out. Oh, it's so good. And that's why this is like a part 2 of that. That's why this is so funny. So it's him signing it. You find it?
I'm looking.
It's the executive order, the F around and find out executive order. See, I'm doing good with profanity.
Yeah, I know. This is good. I'm trying to find the F around and find out isn't specific official title, but it refers to President Trump's use of executive orders to challenge existing norms.
There's actually
okay.
there's actually one where he's signing an executive order to.
Is that fake though? Is it fake?
Well, he didn't really do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a fake one. It's one of these meme ones.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh my gosh, I won't be able to find it quick enough to not waste time. But like, this is
so funny
hilarious.
because he kind of looks at the camera. Like, you know how those executive orders are before you sign them. He goes, "This is the F around and find out."
Yes. That's funny, dude. You saw all the stuff that happened over the weekend, the Venezuela stuff. Everybody was like, "Oh, crap!" But nothing happened in the markets except oil dropped. Dude, gas here is $2.40. I don't know what your gas is, but it's like dang cheap.
It's about $9 here.
What?
It's not that bad, but it's over $6.
You're joking.
No.
Not that
you're saying that if this whole subsidy situation, which we shouldn't be getting subsidies anyway, but if California doesn't square this up because Gavin Newsom is such a moron, that we're going to be just south of $9 a gallon.
What is going on in your state, Nick?
You got to be rich to even drive a Prius around here, apparently.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I did not know that. I did not look up the gas prices in California. That's interesting. So,
but I got an electric car. Woo woo.
See, electric makes sense in California, doesn't it? Oh my gosh.
I mean, electric makes sense for a lot of reasons if you can get the range. That's the problem, is they don't always have the
range. I agree. They need to have. So in Florida, they're building an inductive highway, so it charges while you drive.
Yeah, that idea is cool. Like we've had this technology since what, 1950s, when kids play with slot cars. You know, the ones where you have a little controller and they have a track and they charge on the track. I mean,
and it stays on. Yeah, dude, I love that track.
This is my favorite, dude. This is that technology brought 75 years forward. That's all we can achieve.
Well, yeah, we could get into it, but yeah, that's great. But I think a lot of people were scared that there was going to be some sort of drop, but I didn't see any drop in any of the overnight, none of the crypto. I was kind of watching it this weekend. Everything kind of held steady, kind of moved sideways to upways, and it was solid, man. Dude, I think Texas probably will go less than $2 a gallon at this rate, because I think oil dropped. So our prices were $2.45 at the pump before Friday, and then oil dropped even more over the weekend. Like it almost tried to spike and then just dropped, right?
Everybody here should kind of get what this means. If oil all around the world is dropping, then, well, let's do a little Monday pop quiz. If oil keeps going down, do you think demand is higher, the same, or lower? Anyone? Demand. If the price of oil, and remember, the price of oil is contrived. There is an active cartel trying to manage the price.
Yeah. Well, there's two things, right? There's either supply or demand. So demand could be down, but supply could be way up.
Okay.
But I don't know.
But wait. Did you just say demand could be down, but supply could be way up?
Or both. Yeah. Supply could be up.
Okay. But is there any scenario where demand is up?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So when you see oil, it is a great bellwether for everything. So when you see oil S-ing the bed, and when you see the copper to gold ratio S-ing the bed, you know that there's a lot of weird behavior going on. But one thing you also know is there's just not much demand, because oil, again, is a contrived price. There is actively a cartel, and all they do every moment of every day is figure out how can we keep the price of oil in this, $68 to $78 window where we can maximize our profits and maximize selling, right? When it is below that, that means that the cartel has given up trying to fix the price, trying to constrain supply and things like that. And they're just like, just pump it. Otherwise we broke. I don't know if this is a slow moving result of cars going electric, but remember that's, cars and gasoline. Gasoline is a component of oil. It's not the only thing that comes, when oil supply is down, it's not just that people are driving less. That's right. But not the only constituent. You also
oil's used in so many things, right? The roads,
petroleum, and
plastics,
also makeup and all sorts of like fabrication things and rubbers and all this kind of crap.
You've been listening to Landman. He'll explain it to you.
Yeah, he does have a spiel on it.
He has a whole spiel. He's like, yeah,
like which that's a cool show. But the point being that it's when you think of a barrel of oil, it's not just what's in your car. So when you see oil prices down and continue to be down over an extended period of time, you know that just worldwide, globally, the machine is not as functional, or I guess manufacturing in general is just on a downswing. Now, is some of that the other side of the supply shock we had in COVID? Yeah, some of it. And maybe that was a story you could have told in late 2023 through 2024, but we're in 2026 now. Whatever weird permutations occurred as a result of the COVID, of the pandemic era, I think most of that's worked its way out. And so now we're stuck with the bad economy worldwide that we had going into COVID before all the weird programs and stuff basically put their thumb on the scale and changed things for a few years. So now we're back to the before-ish, right? Before the supply shock. And the economy was not great then. So we're in the not great economy pre-COVID. We're back to it. And you'll notice that it is just the same. We've been in this kind of murky garbage for a minute. So we got to get out of that murky garbage. And it's not so easy. And part of it is because no one likes to admit that you're in a recession. Because if you're a banker or a central banker or whatever, if you admit that you're in a recession, it's an admission that you have failed your job. As a central banker, you failed. Janet Yellen, no more recessions, right? Until the next recession. So when a central banker starts cutting rates, again, then we're back to rate cuts, right? It's just an admission of failure, which is why they're so averse to do it. It doesn't actually do anything, but they have to look like they're doing something, but they don't want to do the something because doing the something is an admission that they have failed you for the last 5 years. Well, really for the last 50 years, but yeah, for the last 5 years. So that's where we're at. We're at weak economy, embarrassed central bankers and central planners. And when we go into these periods where money is tight, jobs are tight, there's these, like, you don't know what the future looks like, it doesn't look positive, blah, blah, blah. Then these kinds of things where, like, scummy presidents of scummy little countries that might have a fourth of the world's oil supply and natural and minerals and all this kind of stuff, they might get arrested at 3 a.m. These kinds of things happen. I mean, yeah. There is, I bet you there is a direct correlation between the poorness of the worldwide economy and escalations in geopolitical tension.
Yeah,
just my hunch.
Yeah,
because when things are good, you ain't bombing nobody, right? You're not doing late night.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's eating cotton candy in their house.
Woo woo. When things
I don't know why they went to cotton candy, but I like it.
Things are not good. You switch that carrot out for silenced MP5 and you go snatch yourself a Maduro. That guy's a scumbag, by the way. Did you see the video?
Mhm.
I think I told you about it. Where you remember the Maduro diet?
Oh, where he's eating hamburgers in the background or something?
Yeah. So he's telling the whole country not to eat. He's telling them, listen, 1 meal a day is fine. We're going to tighten the belt of austerity and all this. Camera, supposed to go to commercial. I'm sure they killed that cameraman.
Oh yeah, that poor guy.
Yeah, but he
He
left
didn't.
he left the camera on, and it just shows this guy while he's giving the national speech for everyone to toughen up and go hungry a little bit. He's just scarfing burgers, man. You're like, I mean, I guess the gloves are off for Maduro, like Burger King and McDonald's commercials now, huh?
Yeah.
The Maduro diet, like show him in jail, just eating these burgers, just hammering them.
McDonald's sales go through the roof.
Yeah,
Yay.
and then there was some back and forth between the sitting vice president who's been made interim president, who said she doesn't want to be interim president because I guess she had made some reassurances to the CIA or whatever, because that's who does these things. It wasn't Trump that did this. Trump said okay to a group of spooks that did this. So they were under the impression that she was going to, kind of let the U.S. come in and kind of dictate politics till they got back on their feet. And she's like, hell no. Or whatever the version of ideals mio, no. So anyway, so at least publicly, they're kind of beefing, although that might be just so that she can maintain some level of kind of respect among her peers, because there's still a lot of Maduro sympathizers. Well, of course, right? When you're running a scam regime where you're being propped by drug money and cartel cash and all this, and well, of course you have a bunch of buddies in there. Everybody's on the take. So I guess I'm curious to see how our nation building goes in terms of Venezuela, if they do. Because remember, there was another person was actually supposedly won the election by 65%, and Maduro just claimed victory, and then that dude had to go into hiding. Thinking, I don't know, Switzerland.
He didn't win.
No, he went to
that's
Spain.
a loss.
Yeah, Maduro didn't win, but the guy that did win, Maduro claimed victory anyway, and the other guy had to book it. I think he went to Spain.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, they're gonna kill me. Like, aren't you supposed to be president? Yeah, but they're gonna kill me. I'm like, dang. So Venezuela kind of messy. You think, okay, how could anyone be worse than Hugo Chavez? But you got your answer, Maduro. So we'll see what happens. I think Rodriguez, that's the isn't that the VP or whatever that's
He's going to step up and be in?
I think it's a she. isn't it?
She?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how that.
Anyway,
we'll see how this
that
whole
should be
thing plays
interesting.
out.
It should be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite a turn. But as far as the markets go, they seem to be okay with it. Bitcoin up
Yeah, they didn't care.
6%. 6% on the year. Bitcoin's up so far. Not a bad move for Bitcoin. And everybody else was saying it was going to go down because the
sure of
TA
it.
said it was going to
No,
go
they
down.
were sure of it. They were
right?
sure of it.
Yeah. So I guess they were wrong, or I don't
Well,
know.
the reason, but it's fine because none of them invest money. For them, I guess is, you know what it is? This is their football.
Yeah, that's what I've gone to. I mean, it's like, they don't play the game. They just talk about the game, right? So they're just announcers, but they do sway people's opinions and force them to lose money. And so I've gone to a point which is it's futile, and I don't even know why I do it, but I call them out and I'm like, hey, show us proof, show us your trades. You know, that kind of crap, but I don't even know why I do that. I just
No, you don't.
It's just stupid.
They don't trade.
They don't trade. Not one of them has responded, here's my trade.
No, they
Not
don't
one
trade.
of them.
So this is
Not
their
one of
football.
them.
This is their pastime.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I guess if that's they get to go around and put on their Tinder profile, well, probably Grinder. They get to go around on their Grinder profile and put like swing trader, technical analyst. People are like, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
If I see on someone's dating profile like a chick and it says swing, like I've seen one girl said, I'm a swing trader. I'm like, no, what you are is someone that got sucked up into some internet scam by one of these other TA guys. You're in some program that you pay $112 a month for, where you learn to trade based on I'm a momentum trader. Brandon, I'm a momentum trader. You're like, what's that mean? I trade. What do you trade? Momentum. Okay, got it. How? Well, I get a text message from this service. Okay, great. So you're a robot. And what you do is slowly lose money to these idiots. I don't know how any of these TA guys that have services, how they're still around, I guess. But what happens is people get sucked into it and it becomes a mini cult. Like, well, they were only wrong because of what actually happened. Oh. Oh, okay. They were only wrong because of reality.
Jeez, very unfortunate.
Ah.
I did notice. I don't know if you were up on the whole Jupiter drama over the weekend. I mean, most of us are out of Jupiter for the time being, obviously.
I'm out.
But their CEO, one of their CEOs, so they have like two CEOs, Xiong, got on the Xverse and started tweeting, which he should never do. He's not a front man. He come to the tweet. He's like, hey, we have an idea. What if we stop buybacks and use the money to pay influencers type of thing? Anyway, so that was his little comment. We're like, okay. So he started getting attacked 500 times to Sunday. It's like, you're retarded.
Should. Yeah.
Right. Because the number one problem with Jupiter is they have all of these emissions coming down the pipeline. So everybody just is screaming like, stop the emissions, stop the emissions. They found all these like little investor cults that are dumping 50 million Jupiter a month. Like all of them that are getting their vesting now, they're just immediately dumping. They're like, you got to stop this somehow. Either put them on a better vesting schedule or stop the uncirculating supply from being released, and you might have a valuable product. But then somebody's like, well, at least the stakers have been staking for a while and they're helping stabilize the network. And the CEO fires back. He's like, stakers have done nothing for us. They're basically call them POSs, and the people that bought the Jupiter token are idiots, is basically what he did. And so he just got lit up. And so obviously there's like tons of memes. He's like, stakers don't give us money. Like he was like going through all this stuff, and then like all these memes coming around here. This is like Jupiter. Hello, Jupe Staker. And then they're like milking the cow. Because really, that's all they've been doing is they've been taking money from people buying the Jupe token and, I don't know, dumping into their faces.
Did anybody remind him there is no him without the stakers?
Yeah. I don't think... Oh, yeah. I mean, hundreds of people are like, staking's the only reason that the token's even held to where it is, even though it's so pedophilically down. So then I got asked in some private chats, would it make sense to turn the token into equity type of thing? And I'm like, well,
they won't do it.
Like they won't do it first off because they're like, well, we still can't do it because of legal reasons. I'm like, well,
which is bullcrap.
You can't do it. You won't do it is the number one. You just won't do it because legally you're not even in the US. So you could do it. Okay. They're not even based out of their US. Okay. So they could do it. And I'm like, yeah, that would fix everything. But here's the problem. You're double dipping. The team's getting paid fully and they're getting tokens on top that are dumping each month. So basically it's not equity. You're still doubly dipping into the pot, and people can see this. And so nothing's going to come of this. They asked and I gave my response or whatever, but it's like, I don't really care as much either. So I'm not like that vested because I sold all my Jupiter. It's like whatever. And
so when are we going to get our last little bit? And then we're kind of
we should have got it. We should get it already. But then the Jupuary is coming probably February. So I'm guessing they're going to wait till February for the ASR too. And then we'll sell that. It is scammy because it should have been launched already.
When
but
it's down to what, 12 cents?
Yeah, it'll be like 10 cents by then. It'll be bad. Because they're letting their CEO go rifle through this and just slam everybody into the dirt. So I guarantee everybody's like went and unstaked now because they feel unloved now after this last weekend.
They should.
Yeah, they should. And rightfully so. So Xiong is somebody who should not be on Twitter. Should not be talking. He could be building or doing whatever he needs to, dumping his tokens in the background, but he should not be on Twitter.
His name is Song, like Sad Siong.
Siong, yeah. Basically, yeah, Siong.
There's a
Siong.
meme song coming with his name in it.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, it got bad over the weekend. Everybody hates him and lottie. But, like, the reality is, if they did, this is what they were asking. Well, what should the value of the token be given our FDV is $1.6 billion? I'm like, first of all, don't worry about the FDV because that should not be a factor in determining your valuation. The only valuation that should exist is the circulating supply. Take that, burn the rest of the tokens, then that's the equity of the company right there. Stop giving all the employees token bonuses ongoing to keep dumping on the market. Plus, they're getting paid out of the revenues of the company.
They do that, Brandon, so they don't have to pay them.
Yeah, they're paying them too, though, because they make $1 million a day.
No, but I'm saying they pay them a little bit, but they don't have to pay them as much because
because they're giving them tokens.
The only person who's screwing with the tokens is the stakers.
Right, the people buying the token.
Yeah.
And so it's like backwards math. So if they fixed all those things, if they legitimately paid employees, fine, that's good. If they gave all the token holders a piece of the actual pie and paid revenue, USDC, out of the stuff, then it would be done. It would be a token that you could buy again. It'd be like, oh, that's worth it.
I don't like Gary Gensler. Let me preface this.
Oh, I know where you're headed with this. Exactly. I know exactly.
He wasn't completely wrong. Most of these companies, they use a token in an equity way, but they just keep the money. They don't ever owe anyone anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a free cash pool because look, if this token goes to a penny, they can't. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to this team other than hire hitmen, right? Nothing. They took your money, so what? Ha. They have no responsibility to fulfill any value for a token. Look at the Twin team. Ha. There's nothing you can do. It's like ha.
But it's the same thing with the stock market, though. What can you do?
Well, but with the stock market, you get dividends.
Not if it's a company. I mean, if it's a company that doesn't pay dividends, for example. Like, let's use Roomba. Let's use Roomba again.
Except that you can go sue somebody.
What are the Roomba people doing? What do they get?
The Roomba, the
stockholders. Yeah, the common stockholders. What do they get now?
Well, after liquidation, this will be many years. If it depends on the kind of bankruptcy. It depends on which kind of bankruptcy. But after the bankruptcy proceedings, let's say it was the bad one, where you go to zero, then whatever money's left, senior debt holders would get paid off. Everybody else would get a big fat tax loss they can harvest.
That's true.
That's it.
So that's it. So they don't get anything.
They don't get anything. So
it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. So in a sense, tokens are just like equity. So Gary Gensler wasn't completely wrong. He was on the wrong side of a lot of battles. I think he was fighting the wrong people, although he was right in the battle against Ripple. But he didn't survive long enough to keep the fight going.
He wasn't a very good chess player at the end of the day, but he had the right concepts. It was his smug way of going about things. He wasn't very good at playing the game.
Yeah.
So that was his fault.
Yeah.
That's him as a person though. So that's his fault. So
yeah, it's personal failings.
Yep.
But anyway, I mean, I think the reality is that most of these tokens are crap, and you're just gambling against other people. Still, Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything else is garbage. It's all garbage. Yeah. I'm just making a garbage gamble on a few of them, but they're all garbage. They don't represent anything. There's no need. None of these need a token. Well, not true. I think Filecoin, the way they exist now, the token is actually, there is a use for the token. The token has a use It's not just running an Ethereum. They're not running on Ethereum anymore. I think they're doing their own thing. I think they have their own ecosystem and protocol. But mostly the crypto space is full of crap. It's full of money that goes into the hands of developers. It was a free money machine for a lot of people. And the launchers are getting worse and worse, but they're still free money machines. Let's see, for the twin tokens, are there other options available to minimize loss? Tax harvest. That's how you look. That's how you minimize your loss. You harvest the loss. Harvest it. You just take the win loss. Take the loss win, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Which is stupid. That team. That's anyway.
Yeah, that was probably smart, Brooks.
It's like everything else. Like it's like
voting on cat logos. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's probably true. Good move. Good move. The last we can go behind the wall in a second. We got to talk about our stuff anyway. But this chart was crazy. This guy posted this yesterday. This is every Monday drop, which is kind of crazy. I didn't realize. So out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 Mondays, one of them went up. All the rest of them had that weird drop that we saw every Monday. So today looks to be up though, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like this is ETF activity.
I know. It's got to. So yeah, we haven't even looked at that in a bit because the ETFs are still.
I think this is ETFs reconciling. ETFs and other similar technical scenarios reconciling on Monday. I think that's what this is.
Yeah, it's got to be some of that happening because, and it might not just be the ETFs. It might be market makers trying to fix things by the end of the year and stuff, which is over. We're past the end of the year. So that's good, right? Yeah. Hopefully. Let's see.
Let's get behind the wall and then we'll attack Scott's question. Do you see a broad restructuring in the crypto market this year to make it relevant and create real value? It's an easy one.
Well, there's a lot of regulation. There's a lot of regulation that's going to be signed over the next few months, actually. And a lot of people have been talking about it. So I don't know,
All right, let's see. Let's get behind this whole wall. What we done do?
We had $500 million come in on Friday. Dang.
Oh.
Did not see that coming.
Oh.
We might be making some moves, kids. Hello. Damn. Let's go behind the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.